Welcome to the first exclusive author interview of Bookish Takes with Zuls. I have my best friend, author, mother, content creator, Krista Clark.
Hi guys.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, first of all, for doing this and taking time out of your day and your busy life to meet with me. I know we chat every day, but like this is something completely different. So thank you. There's been so much craziness going on with you right now. A little bit of background. Krista is about to release her second published book, which comes out January 24th, which is called No Service. And a little bit of craziness, a little bit of background. Her arcs went out yesterday. So it's so exciting. We and her talk about all the time about like, her books, how they're doing. It's just so exciting. So I wanted to sit down and talk with you, just chat about, your new books, your plans for the future. We have some Instagram questions that came in from readers and from different people. So we're just gonna dig into that a little bit.
I'm Krista Turner Clark. I'm the girl with three names. I'm a book influencer by hobby, and I started my account probably this year will be 3 years. And so I started doing that and like little book reviews. That's how I met Zuli, and haven't really looked back. And I think. Last year was my first so then I was dabbling in like the thoughts of becoming an author.
Mhm.
And so I started writing in 2024, just like jotting things down, and then I published my first book last year in July. And it's been really, really fun. And also, I'm a stay-at-home mom of three and a wife. And I am, if my days are fueled by caffeine, and I'm also a runner. So, and an avid audiobook listener,
Yep.
and just crazy about this book community. So, if I'm not writing, I'm reading.
Awesome. Awesome, Krista. And yeah, fun fact, me and Krista first connected on Book Talk. What was it, like 2.5, almost 3 years ago? Krista was one of the first people that I truly connected with. So it's crazy how like this bookish community or the book talk community has grown so much and can really connect you with people and make relationships and friendships. So that's something that I'm truly grateful for Book Talk is connecting us together because she's in Florida, I'm in California. There's no way like we would have ever connected if it wasn't for the love of books. So, first starting with like content creation, right? Because like we were both, I guess, like both trying to like find somewhere, find people to talk books about. What what was your driving force or why did you create content? Was it just like you were wanting to connect with people that read books or you just like needed an outlet? Like how did you like what did you think in your head? You're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a book talk account or a TikTok account and I'm gonna post about books." Like what was like your thought behind that? Like,
Yeah, so I'll take you back. So I had just, I mean, I had the app TikTok. So
right.
like, I mean, you'd scroll, you'd see things like, oh, that's cool. Like, I want to
Yep.
buy that on Amazon or wherever. And then what happened was I think 3 or 4 months postpartum with my twins.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across Book Talk and I had never seen it before. And I was like, what is this? So then I'm like, and being in like a lifelong reader, like I'm telling you, since I have been able to walk, my nose has been in a book. Like
Love that.
I've been the outcast, none of my friends read, been made fun of for reading my entire life. So, I mean, just like coming across like these people creating videos about like books they read, I was like
Mm-hmm.
just floored. So I started like commenting on things and it would lead me to more. Like I went down the rabbit hole, so it would lead me to more like really cool like book creators. And I was
Right.
like, oh my gosh, I've read so many genres being a lifetime reader, and then I came across the one, which was dark romance. and I've never looked back. I saw the review for like The Ritual
Right.
and by Chantal Tessier,
Uh-huh.
and I literally downloaded it. Here I am, like breastfeeding, postpartum with twins, and
Mm-hmm.
I inhaled what was out for the Lord series. I mean, those books are thick.
They are.
And I was like, I have to talk to someone about this. Like, my husband's getting sick of me talking about it with him for years. And like none of my in real life friends read.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically about mom stuff because that's the phase of life I'm in.
Yep.
And so I was like, I have to make a video about the ritual. Like I have to
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yep.
Um, Even if just like one person comments, I need to talk to somebody about this crazy book. And
Right.
so I was so nervous. It took
Mm-hmm.
multiple bottles of wine to get on and make the video. And
Yeah.
here I am in like a freaking sweatshirt and my
Mm-hmm.
glasses. And I was just like, no, I have to talk to someone about this book. So, I mean, and honestly, after that first one, I've never looked back.
Yes.
I just kept reading because I got a couple of comments. And for a while there, I was basically making my videos for my friends like Kim and
Mm-hmm.
Zuli. That was the
Yeah.
only people. And
Yeah.
like, I was like, okay, that's like all I need, like that's a community. That's all I
Yep.
need. Like, I just need people to talk to.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And I love that. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like like you just have to like go with it and it's just like you read such a good book that you just need to talk to someone else about it or you need to have them read it too because you want to be like, "Oh my gosh, did you read this scene?" or like, "Holy crap, what was the ending?" right? So it's like you just feel like you need to like to talk to someone else about it. I love that. Yeah. That's how I felt too. It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like the reader community truly is the best. It's like you just need someone else to talk with. And like when you, especially back then, right? We were in the middle of the vid. Like you didn't really have a sense of community. You couldn't really go out with people, you being postpartum. So I'm glad that like that kind of brought you a community. Like for me, for sure, that like I have that sense of belonging, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I have people to talk about these books that I'm reading. Um, so yeah, that's incredible. I also wanted to ask you, what's like a tip, right? You have grown tremendously on social media. Um, I get this question a lot. I'm sure you get the question a lot too. It's like, what's a piece of advice or what would you suggest for someone who is nervous to start a book talk account, a booksta, anything talking about books? Like, what's one piece of advice that you would give them? On starting, right? Because I feel like so much of it is just you getting over yourself and just like posting as easy as it sounds. Like, what's one piece of advice that you would give or you would suggest?
So I'm going to give you one piece that has
Hmm.
multiple layers to it and be really
Okay.
fast about it because I get
Yep.
this question all the
All the time.
time.
Yep.
I think like you have to get past I don't care what people think and just do it
Hmm.
because, you're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be like, why are you doing this? Like, what's the point? I was,
Hmm.
and I was postpartum, so I would just throw on a sweatshirt, my hair would be wet, and I'd just be like talking about books. I
Yep.
think you have to get over, like you're gonna get criticism, you're gonna get
Regardless,
people
right?
and like are commenting on your videos, and like you just gotta like go with it.
Hmm.
So my piece of advice would be to open you've got the account, right? Because you've got the account. My first piece of advice was I think I dove headfirst into just making videos and learning along the way. And what I would do if I looked back now is I would reach out to maybe a content creator that you
Hmm.
really like, and I would message them because I mean, I only know of like I don't even know of any that I can think of that don't respond to my messages.
Right.
So even when I was starting out, and I would ask them like, "Hey, like what's like a good starting out video?"
Hmm.
And I think that that's what I would do differently.
Yeah.
Don't ask them like what they do because it's such a long process, but
Yes.
I would probably start there and then, ask them like how did you do this?
Hmm.
And, I think, being on here for almost 3 years, there's a lot of like wisdom I could pass on. And I love when people are like, you know what, I'm going to start that account. Like, I
Hmm.
love that. So,
Yep.
and I know you do too.
I do.
So
Hmm.
like when people approach you and you're like, yes,
Yep.
do it. You'll never regret it. It's the best.
Yep.
Reading is like our hobby. Like that's what
Yep.
we do, you know? And so yeah, looking back, I would connect with, you know, a creator that I follow and I love and be like, hey, like
Hmm.
what would you suggest I do? Do I do like a book review? Do I do a lip sync? Like it's really up to you how much you want to show your face at first
Right.
because I know a lot of people are scared to do that and
Yes.
I
Me
totally
too.
do. I mean, maybe just start out with like, you know, a photo of the
Hmm.
book and like, you know, just learning how to do simple edits and stuff. But
Yep.
I think the biggest thing is just to jump in and do it. Just start doing it. And yeah, I would reach out to a content creator that you really like and you follow, and they're gonna kind of hype you up. So
Yes, I agree.
that's what I would do.
I love that. Thank you. Yeah, I love that. That's great advice. Because it's true. Like, we're all so nice. We're never not going to say no. I mean, hey, there may be some people out there that are like, hey, like, don't message me. But most of all of us on here are so nice. And like, yeah. So totally. I definitely agree with that. Like, at first it could be daunting, but you kind of have to say, like, F it, and just go for it. And it'll come with time. Like, you have to practice. The more videos you do, right, you'll get better at editing, at talking to the camera. Like I still get nervous talking to the camera, you know? Like it's yeah. Okay, great piece of advice. Okay. I want to jump into no service because I like we love frat row. Frat row is amazing. You've done interviews talking about frat row. So I want to jump into no service because I
Okay.
cannot stop thinking about it. No service is your new
That
novella.
movie.
I
Yeah.
know. It's amazing. So yeah, if you guys did not know, Frat Row is Krista Turner Clark's first book, first novel that came out last year. It is actually coming out in audiobook format, coming out in February, which is so exciting. So you guys be on the lookout for that. But I want to dive in to No Service because you're getting feedback. Arcs went out yesterday. You have people messaging left and right. You have me and other friends messaging you about it being like, what the heck? What the heck was that, Krista? Um, I want to dive in because No Service literally felt like I was watching a horror movie. Like in my mind, I loved it. Oh my gosh. Okay. What is the background of what's No Service? Like tell me in your own words what No Service is.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's paint the picture,
Let's
right?
paint the
So,
picture. Hmm.
Zuli, let's, I want to give Zuli like so much
Stop it.
credit here. Yeah. The reason why this book is out is because of her and Becky, and they have been with no service since its raw form. Very different
Yep.
than with Frat Row. Like Zuli was my
Hmm.
hype girl. I was freaking out about everything, like calling her every day, not knowing what the heck I was doing.
Hmm.
No service. You came on in its raw form. Like very like I was literally typing and Zuli and Becky were following along as I was going through this book.
Hmm.
So you were there from like really not where the idea originated since I wrote it
Right.
back in November, but it
Hmm.
was still like it was still like not in its final stage because you know you do so many drafts and everything.
Yes.
So I just want to inform people that are listening that you know Julie, you know, she saw it, you know, before the published version.
Hmm.
So, you know, I got a lot of her feedback from that. But so yeah, like the reason why it's here and it's coming out so early is because of Becky and Zul like jumping in on a weekend with their own lives, their own things going on, and like just we were like the dream team pushing through for this. And
Oh yeah.
like she is so now the dust has settled, right? And like
The dust
arcs
has
went
settled.
out.
Yep.
Yeah. And so now you want to know where the heck this story came from. So,
Well, I feel like
right.
I remember you calling me and you're like, "Hey, so I had an idea." And I was like, "Okay, tell me more." Right? I remember you calling me like, "So um
You were going to Japan. You were going to Japan, and I was so mad. I
Yep.
was like, "What do you mean I can't talk to you for two
Yep.
weeks?" And I was like,
I
"Well,
know.
what if I just wrote? well, I have to do something. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, well, I don't know what to do. And then no service like hit me out of nowhere.
I
Like,
know. I remember you telling me you're like, oh, my son wants to go camping. And then I think a
mhm.
couple of days later, you're like, wait, that's where like that idea came from, right? So I just want to be like, okay, did that idea come, did no service come from A, me being gone and us not being able to talk because we literally talk every day. And then your son mentioning a camping trip. Where did no service
Right.
start from? Is that where it came from?
So we're doing our bedtime routine, right?
Hmm.
Like my older son's tucked into bed and
Yep.
like, it's November, so, Christmas break's coming up. He's
Yeah.
like, I want to go camping. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to your dad about that. And so I'm in the shower. So like after the kids are all in bed, I'm like,
Hmm.
this is when I can shower. So I'm in the shower. Chris is in the bathroom doing whatever men do in front of a sink.
Hmm.
And I was like, did you hear like Owen wants to go camping? And my husband just like starts laughing. And he's like, you would never survive camping. I was like, I know. Like that sounds horrible. That's not a vacation to me, you know?
Hmm.
And I'm like literally in the shower, shampooing my hair, and it was like I had been like possessed.
Yeah.
And it just like came all flooding over me. And I remember not drying off, right? And like barely drying off, throwing clothes on, grabbing my laptop and just typing, like, and
Yep.
didn't stop. And for 3 weeks, like you remember, like I
Yes.
wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, I wasn't, well, you were gone for two of them,
Yeah,
but
I
like
was.
this is, I was like so immersed in this, like all these characters came flooding out of me, this whole story. I mean, it was like the most wild experience.
Hmm.
It was so different from Frat Row. Frat Row
Right.
took me a year,
Hmm.
like the conception to publish. And
Yes.
this one, like,
3 weeks and
notes.
under. Nope.
Yeah, and no notes. I just typed it all out, like the characters, the POVs, like it was just like you saw it in its raw form, and like
Hmm.
that's how it came out in my
Yep.
head. Like
Yeah.
exactly, like it was just like it was just it's so insane because then I was like, that's when I was sending it to you guys, like, does this make sense?
Hmm.
Because,
It just
like
came out like naturally.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
So
love
it
that.
was, yeah.
I love that. Digging into a little bit more of no service, right? What is a scene? Okay. What is a scene that you debated on cutting, but you were like, no, this needs to be in here. But what was like one specific scene that you were like, is this too much? Do I leave it in? Do I not? Is there a scene even that you were like, oh wait, I need to like take a look back and be like, should I cut this or not? Is there one scene in particular? Or are you like, no, I thought all of them were like perfect. Is there a scene at all in there?
Yeah, it's the scene that I called you, and I was like, my like hands literally lifted from my keyboard, and I called Zuli, and I was like, listen, I just wrote something, and this shit just like we went off a cliff. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I should go through with publishing this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, you're like, are you okay? And I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, but I need to talk to you about what I just did.
Mm-hmm.
And what just came out of my head,
Yeah.
you know? And so I'm like, you're like, okay, you're okay. I'm like, yes, but I don't know what I should
What
do.
the
I need
scene
your
is.
advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I don't know what to do. And I was like, can I tell you the scene? And I never did that. I never shared anything with Zuli with even though we're best friends and we talk every day. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very private about my work. So for
Yes.
me to share the scene with her, like she
Mm-hmm.
knew it was good. She was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, go ahead and share it with me."
Mm-hmm.
And so I shared it with you and it had to do with without giving any spoilers.
No
And it's
spoilers.
but it's in the triggers. It's in the triggers. It's about eyeballs.
Mm.
And, and that's and that's when I wrote about Abby, which you'll
Mm.
know if you read the book. And I'm like, this is so like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yes.
So that is what I was like, oh my gosh, like,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe I've gone like my
Too
mind just
far.
like
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it just like came out of me and I was like so that right there.
Okay.
So,
That's the scene that you were
yeah.
like, okay, holy crap, what do I do? Okay. Okay. And I love
Yeah.
that scene. Like, I think that's what makes it so addicting. So it truly felt like no service, honestly. I felt like I was in a 90s horror movie. Like, I didn't want to like it's like a car crash, right? You want to look and you don't want to take your eyes off of it. Like I finished it in one sitting. I know people have been seeing the reviews. Like people finish it in one sitting. They're like I did not want to put it down. Like it's so captivating and this is what I love about novellas and I feel like you have executed so well and perfectly even. It's like this is something that me as a reader, right, and as a content creator, like this is the type of books that I would recommend and I will be recommending. Like this is something to get you out of a slump. Like people always ask me like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in a book slump. Can you recommend me a book?" Or "What do I do when I'm in a slump?" Like this is exactly what you need. But then obviously it's gonna put you back into a slump because it was just that fucking good. As a reader, we're both readers, so it's like we kind of know what we want or wish a book had. And I feel like that's kind of what we can extract from and being like, especially you, you're like, I wanna write what hasn't been written. And if you read a book one day and you're like, oh, I would kind of do this differently. I had a question written down, but it says like, how do you mentally separate fiction from reality? Like, how do you
Yeah.
separate your characters or fiction from your real life, right? Your day-to-day life, your mom life, your wife life.
Yeah. So I turned that part of my brain off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard because the characters like live in your head and
Yeah.
it is a real thing. And like I know service is fresh and like all I'm thinking about is like them right now, but I'm back into writing, the next
Yes.
book, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure we'll talk about.
Yes.
And I just shut it off. And how I do that is, like my writing time is either really early in the morning before my family wakes up
Mm-hmm.
or it's at night when everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
So I let my brain turn on and it starts working, and I
Mm.
let my fingers kind of flow. But if there's something like that comes across me during the day, I always
Mm-hmm.
have a notebook or my phone and I write it down and
Yeah.
then put it away. So
Put it away
it's,
for later.
yeah,
Okay.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, it'll consume you. And I've got little people that need 100% of
Yes.
me, and
Mm-hmm.
also, Chris, my
Mm-hmm.
husband. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's how I and it's worked. So,
Yeah. Okay. I love that. I love that. And I feel like you have to, right? Because it's like Krista after dark. It's like a whole different person than mom Krista, right? Or wife Krista. And I feel like that's how you need to be, right? To separate your characters. Because like you said, your characters live on, right? And especially you as a writer and an author who's working on the next book already. You're like, I'm already like in a different world. So I love that you kind of give that, like, yeah, like I have specific times where you're able to turn off your brain. Let's give the reader some context. Let's give three words that are in context or out of context for no service. I can go
three
first if you
words.
want. Yeah, three words. Or you go. And then I'll go after.
Okay.
Right, like
Um,
describe it with three words. It could be in
okay.
or out of context.
Okay.
Okay?
Dark, depraved, camping.
Okay.
That's
That's your
that's how
three
I,
words. Okay.
yep.
Okay. I want to say my three. It's like so out of context, but once you guys read, you'll know what the heck I'm talking about, okay? OBGYN, fishing,
No.
and hot dogs.
Oh my God.
Okay?
I
So,
didn't know you were like,
yeah, I'm just gonna give those three words out because it's just like I don't know. I can't describe it. You guys need to read to find out, and you guys can read it on the 24th. Um, it's just so incredible. I can't believe that like you're you're doing it, and I'm so proud of you as my best friend. Like I'm so proud of you, and you're such an inspiration to so many people, to me, to so many people, and it's like you don't give a fuck and you're doing it. And I love that about you. And I'm always gonna cheer you on. So I just needed to like get that out there and like say, holy crap, if you loved Frat Row, and I'm talking to the listeners, you are gonna be completely obsessed with No Service. And me as a reader, I could tell how much you have grown as an author with reading No Service. So I just need to give you your flowers on that. Like I know readers are going to be like, wow, like Krista has grown as a writer and she's just getting better and better. She's just getting better and she's just getting started. So I cannot wait to see what you have in store for the future. And I do want to get into future stuff. I have a couple of IG questions that came in from fellow content creators, from your fans. So I'm going to pull them up on my phone. While I also have
Okay.
another question that maybe you can answer for me. What has been the most rewarding part of bringing No Service specifically to life on your own terms?
I think looking back, because it's gonna be published in a week,
Mm-hmm.
and I look back at like where this idea started to seeing
Yes.
it finished and like going through things in like my normal day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
I got hit with like some really unexpected things that
Mm-hmm.
tore me apart in 2025. And so to be coming out of the gates in 2026, swinging with this novella, I
Mm-hmm.
think like just even if it fell flat, right? Like even if nobody liked it, I
Yeah.
would have just been so proud of myself just for persevering through all of that and bringing it to completion. So
Mm.
seeing like, the little proof copy and like holding it in my hands and like thinking like everything like just came together, you know?
Yes.
So I think
Yes.
that is the most rewarding thing and like being able to say like you can do it. Like
Wow.
there aren't any excuses.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I did was like get on a strict routine with writing and reading and just
Yes.
everything in my life. And I think that of course you have days where you're just like, I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay, you
Yeah.
but I think you look back as an author and you're like, I did it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I finished it. It's completed and it's done. Like,
Yes.
so I think
Yeah.
that's the most rewarding thing.
Yes, I agree. And then also kind of like, especially like, right, we all go through things, right? And I feel like you had a really tough year, 2025, without giving too much away, but it's like you can see that proof of No Service in your hand and be like, I went through that and this was the byproduct of me persevering. So I feel like a little bit of like, wow, like this is the product of that environment and look what I can do even though I went through those circumstances or those situations, right? So I feel like it's like the rewarding part is like you knowing I did it under that situation in those circumstances, and this is the result. Like, oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it's like you holding that book represents so much, and
Yeah.
you should be so proud. And it's just like you actually, Denji, you actually have like proof of like what you went through and that
Yeah.
regardless, you got it done, you know? So,
Yeah.
ugh, I'm just so proud of you again, and like it's incredible.
I'm always proud of
The
you too, like for
I
doing
know, I
this.
know. We're talking about you. Stop it.
Okay. Okay.
But like
I'm trying to
even
hold
the
it in, but
I know. But it's like you started right. Like I feel like it's not like a pipeline, but it's like you started as a content creator, you wanting to just talk to someone about books, to you reading and being an avid reader for your entire life, and then coming into the dark romance space, like relating to that. That's what we love reading. We love that dark stuff to then being like, okay, like wait, I can make some of this better, or if I wrote a book, I would do this differently. And then like having that idea spark and come to life. So it's like seeing your journey from like content creator to author to now doing so much more. It's like so amazing and it's just like really inspiring to everyone. And it's like it's just a testament. Like if you want to do it, do it. And like even if you said if you write a book just for yourself, and if other people like it, that's a
That's
plus.
what you have to do it for you and not expect anything else.
Yes.
Everything else is the bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's for you at the end of the day.
I'm gonna pull an Instagram question that we got.
Okay.
So for the trigger warning specifically, so for the triggers, okay, do you
Okay.
think about them first and then write, or write first and then come back to be like, oh, this would be a trigger based off what I've written?
So when I'm writing,
Hmm.
I keep a Word doc open and I'm like,
Okay.
oh, this could be a trigger. Like, and I write it down and I write it
Okay.
down. And there were some newer triggers in no
For no
service
service.
that I was just like, well, I don't read triggers, first of all. Like,
Right.
you will not see me reading triggers for any books because I don't
Hmm.
have any. I go in completely blind. So I'm like, well, what do they call this? Like what do
Hmm. Okay.
so and then I'm like, well, this could be a trigger. Let me put that in this document that I have because I have like it open. And I'm
Side
just
by
like,
side.
okay, that is definitely a trigger. That is definitely a trigger. And like, if I don't know the exact trigger, because I don't read the trigger warnings list, I'll write like a little highlight, like, hey, this could be like, make sure you look this up.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
it's alongside my writing.
Got it. So you don't think about like, oh, I would love to write about this specific trope or
No,
trigger.
absolutely not.
No, it just
No,
comes to you
absolutely not.
as it comes, and then you would kind of just write side by side. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Another question from the same person. How do you
Okay.
prepare yourself mentally to write a pitch black book? If you do so at all, right? Because I just feel like sometimes it just comes out, right? Like it just, you don't have to prepare yourself. It's just kind of like an idea or a spark of creativity that you have and you're just like going with it. But if you
Yeah.
do you prepare or how do you prepare yourself mentally if you do to write a pitch black book?
So I feel like I live in the darkness. So if I'm not
Mhm.
reading it, I'm writing it. So
Yeah.
it's like no preparation at all. Like I just jump right in, like I do
Mm-hmm.
with everything in my life. So it's not like, okay, let me sit down. I've got to like get it. It's more so like, let me get back into the zone of where I like previously was to pick off, like to
Right.
pick back up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like pitch black does not, I mean, like nothing phases me, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Because you've read so much of
So
it before, right?
I've
So
just
you're
read
like
so
in there.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Okay.
now as I'm an author, I'm bringing so much to the table. So it's just fun. Like I'm just like so excited to get to my
Yeah.
laptop and write.
Yeah.
And
You're just
so
having a
yeah.
blast.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just like living in my own worlds over here, having a blast.
Yep.
No preparation at all. It's more like I need my kids to go to bed so I could hurry up and get back to the world I'm making.
Got
So
it.
it's no, but I will say not with preparation, but like if I write like a super, super dark scene, sometimes I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, I'll either be giggling and kicking my feet or I'll be like, okay, we can pause there and pick up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Great questions too from these people. I'm gonna pop in their like little questions as we go in. But okay. We have one more question and then we can get into some of your future stuff or what you're currently working on. Um, what or who inspired you to start writing?
Um, no one inspired me to start writing. I was running with my twins one day, and I had never seen myself as a writer ever, like as
Okay.
an author,
Mhm.
and or coming close to writing a book because I've just always read and I've always been like very intimidated. Like, growing up, I'd see these, inserts into books and they'd be like, oh, they got their master's in creative writing at Duke or
Right.
Harvard or Yale.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that could never be me,
Yeah.
because I mean, like, yeah, I went to college, but I didn't go to college for writing
Yeah.
or like anything like, or English or anything like that. I've always loved it. I've always excelled in those subjects, but like, I
Mm-hmm.
just, so like what happened was like this idea for frat row kind of got in my head, and I was like, you know what? Like, it encompasses all like my favorite things. Like, why
Yeah.
not? I'll jot some ideas down and like, I'm not going to stop reading. So the ideas jotted down and then I came up with kind of a very like raw plot
Mm-hmm.
and I told my husband about it and I was like, "Hey, like I'm thinking about like writing a book." And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah. Like, what do you think?" And he's like, I think if anyone could do it, it's you because you
Oh,
spend so much time reading. And I was
yes.
like, really? Like, and he was like, you need to go for it. Like, go,
Oh.
just go for it. And I was like, okay. And it was like months, I don't know, like months later, ended up telling you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And once I like really was like, okay, I'm doing this. Like chapters are coming together, characters are coming,
Yep.
like things are moving. So I like let you know. And I think if you just have one person in your corner, I'm lucky to have more, but
Mm-hmm.
if you just have that one person that's just like, go for it, like
Yep.
that's all you need. So for me, it was my husband.
Yes. I love that. 'Cause I want to talk about what's next? What's next for Krista? I know you are currently writing your second book, right? Not second book, but like second book to your duology of Frat Row, right? So,
Mhm.
is that what you're currently in? Are there plans
Well,
for
my
any more
frat
books
rose
in that series?
series. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Exclusive here. Is Frat Row is it a series? Is it a duology? What can you tell us now that you're, you know, I feel like No Service was like a passion project and you were just like
Yeah.
in it. So like what are you working on next?
The audiobook for Frat Row releases in February. So I've
Yes.
been working closely with Blue Nose on that, and I'm really, really excited. I,
Yes.
I was like writing Out for Blood before this idea of no service came, and I was like, I have to get this out on paper,
Mm-hmm.
and or like write it, like I have to do it, and because it just wouldn't get out of my head, and I became obsessed. And then Out for Blood is I am back in that. I mean, I love that story. That's my baby. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so excited for Out for Blood because, me personally, I think my writing, it's not like, drastically improved, but it's improving. So I
Mm-hmm.
think Out for Blood is going to be really great. I think, Cassidy is going to get her well-deserved revenge and it's going to be epic and it's going to
Yes.
satisfy everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I've been working really hard on that and just loving every minute of it. So that'll be coming out, I think latest is April, but I'm shooting for March. And then so that's coming
That's
like
in the
pretty soon.
works. Wow, that's in a
So
couple months. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
So
Yes.
yeah, no, like as soon as, arcs were, I gave myself a little break
Mm-hmm.
when I
A
boosted
day,
the
a
release
couple
date
hours.
up by, yeah, like the release date was boosted up and I was like, just missed out for Blood. I gotta get back to it because
Mm-hmm.
I've got to finish her story and I just fucking love it.
Yes.
And so I'm already back into that. And it's just it's coming, it's flowing, it's going all together. Like, and No Service came at a good time because like one of the villains in Frat Row, I couldn't find him, and I was like Cassie and I could not find him. I was like, where is this guy? And like we
Yeah.
found him, and I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna be really hard to write, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited.
Yes.
And so it kind of put me in like a rut because I'm like, how am
Mm-hmm.
I gonna do this?
Yeah.
And so I start mapping everything out, and then it was the perfect timing because No Service came over me, and now I'm just like pumped back up,
Yep.
and just like a writing fiend.
Yes.
And then Out for Blood will be coming, and then I have two more books slated for this year.
Okay, for
Novels.
this year. Wow. Okay. And
Mhm.
you said or you mentioned that Frat Row is going to be is it a series? Is it a duology?
Yeah.
What can you tell us? Is it
So
going to be more books than just those two?
like the second book to Frat Row is Out for Blood, that's
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy's revenge arc. But
Yes.
like in the back of my head, like since Frat Row came as an idea for me,
Mm-hmm.
it's always been a three-book series
Okay.
because I want to do the third book. I want Blair to have her story. Um, and like, she remember like in Frat Row, she was dating that guy Brad
Mm-hmm.
from another fraternity. And so
Yes.
it's a whole nother world, like same world, but like just a different plot line. So that will probably not, I'm not going to be working on that till next year because I want to take a
Yep.
step back from that world. And I'm already like into these two other books that I'm working
Yes.
on, especially
Okay.
like the one that's coming out for after Out for Blood is like
Okay.
25% done. So
Okay.
once I finish Out for Blood, like I'm jumping full blown into that.
Into
So
other books. Okay.
I have the cover for one, and then the last one of the year, the cover I will get next year. But the
Oh
one
my
that's coming
gosh.
out over the summer is a standalone.
Ooh.
And it is for me, um, it's gonna be the darkest book I've written for sure.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
already very dark and heartbreaking and like all the
Love
things.
that. You
And
know I love a good cry. You're gonna make me cry with this
yeah,
one?
it maybe it's just I these characters came over me after I had written Frat Row, so my plan was to write this book after,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't really work out like that
Yep.
creatively. So these characters have been in my mind, and like I just am so in love with this book and this standalone. It's pitch black, and it's just gonna be it's it's gonna be really wild, a, a
Okay.
wild one, but it's gonna be in MF. It's taboo,
Oh,
and yeah, and it's pitch black. So
perfect.
um,
I love that.
yeah,
It's gonna be a pitch
yeah,
black taboo summer from Krista, and I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're
yeah.
getting great stuff from you. Oh my gosh, I cannot
Yeah,
wait.
and each book I try to challenge myself, and with this one, the one after Out for Blood, I'm challenging myself to do flashbacks, like present to past.
Okay.
So it's just I just love it. So I'm really excited about it. And then the last one is gonna be part of a series that I have
Oh,
planned.
okay.
Another
Awesome. Another novel series. Okay. Wow. Well, you guys heard it here first. Thanks for giving us the scoop of like what's coming. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm so freaking proud of you. You're just go, go, go this year. And we cannot wait to see what what stories are coming because we're eating it up over here. You're keeping us well fed, you're keeping us entertained, you're keeping us obsessed with you. So we're locked in. We're locked in. We're ready to read what's next. And I cannot wait to listen to the audiobook for Frat Row. I cannot wait for people and readers for you guys all to have no service, which comes out the 24th. You guys, so go run to Amazon, pre-order it now. It's incredible. You guys are not going to want to put it down. Yeah, I cannot wait for all the things you have coming up this year, girl. I'm so proud of you. So excited. Where can readers find you? You're on TikTok, you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram. Where else can we find you? Do you have anything in the works? Where can we find you?
Yeah, that's it right now. That's pretty much it. Oh, and surprise on this exclusive interview when this airs. I will have my own website. So that's
Yes.
another exclusive that nobody knew we were working on the side. One of my best
Mm-hmm.
friends, Ray, has been helping me. And so I will have a very well put together website and it will be
Yes.
live when this goes live,
Awesome.
which is so
That's
exciting.
so
And so
exciting.
yeah, I'll have a newsletter and keep you guys up to date every
Ooh.
month, like what is going on, what I'm working on. Ray has forced me, well, convinced me to show all of my work in progress and like what percentage of the way it's like done to
I
completion.
love that.
So you guys will be able to see that page. And more importantly, the trigger warnings page for no service is on the website, which I had to special
Perfect.
make because if I would have put that in the book, it would have more than likely been banned.
I love that. What
Yeah.
can we get? Can we get like signed copies of your books in the future on your
Oh yeah,
website?
yeah. Signed copies will be available on there. Yeah, signed copies and like just
Awesome.
more about me, like where I'm gonna be. I have my first
Yes.
signing next month, like more of those hopefully to follow.
Yes.
And I'm like hoping for more audiobooks just because I just love this genre so much. And I think by pushing it in, like, I just want to be one of those people that's like pushing this genre into audio, like onto audio, because there aren't enough out there.
I agree. I agree. And I feel like you're paving the way, or you're one of the big people that are making that a possibility. So it's like more to come in the future, so much more to come. Thank you so much for your time, Krista. I know you have so much going on. I really appreciate it. I love you. You know how much I love and I'm so supportive and I'm so proud of everything you're doing. I cannot wait to see what else you have in store. I mean, you already have two more books coming out this year, which is incredible, insane. We're gonna be cheering you on. Three books, three books. You're
Yeah.
right. You have Out for Blood and two additional ones. So three books, maybe some more audiobooks. We will have to find out and tune in. But you guys can follow Krista on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. She has her own website. I will go ahead and link everything in the description so you guys can like find her easily. But thank you again, Krista, for taking the time to spend and meet with me. January 24th, next Friday. You guys do not want to miss the release of No Service. You guys need to tell us all the things, what your thoughts are. Message us, DM us, comment on this podcast. Let us know what you think about it. Is Krista insane? Am I insane for loving this book as much as I did? Probably, but we don't care. And we're Krista's gonna keep you fed. She's gonna keep us fed all year. So we just have to stay tuned in. Well, thank you, Krista, for your time, girl. I
Thank
love
you
you.
for having me. I loved it. It was so fun.
I know this was so much fun. I truly, truly appreciate it.